What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is AD, and in today's video I'm sharing with you 5 ways that I cope with depression and anxiety. I call this my home edition video because these are ways that these are things that I do around the home that help me when it comes to protecting my mental health. If you want me to do a part 2 video sharing some other things that I do, feel free to comment below and let me know if you're interested. But I want to preface this video by letting you know I am not a licensed professional. So I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist. I am just someone who has struggled with depression and anxiety for years. And about 4 years ago, a counselor of mine and I put together a type of toolbox for me. And we came up with a variety of ways that, some coping skills that would help me in my mental health journey. Just some things that I could do. At that time, I was living by myself. And if you have been there or if you are there, you know how scary it can be to be on your own and be battling some mental health problems. And so it was just great to have a counselor in my corner. If you do not have a counselor and you struggle with mental health, I highly suggest that you get one. It's been such a game changer for me. But anyways, I just want you to know anything I share today, be sure to follow that up with a medical professional if you have one. I don't want to be held liable for anything. This is just me telling you some things that have worked for me. So let's go ahead and get started with the first way, which is having as much natural light as possible in your home. So for me, I learned very quickly that natural light made all the difference for me. In the past, I've lived in homes or apartments where there were not a lot of windows. It was very dark. And then the lighting that was in the house was like very dim lighting. So it would trigger that depression. It would trigger my mood. It just made me feel very, it made me feel unproductive, and it just made me not want to do anything. But when I started having more exposure to natural light, I just saw a difference in myself. I saw how I was just more motivated and excited to take on the day. I noticed that I was just like optimistic, just feeling good. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I open up my blinds and I let all of that natural light just like totally consume the house. It's just like an amazing feeling. I actually have some double doors behind me. I have them closed because I'm recording, and the lighting and all that's a little weird. But I love it. It's like the best thing. Something else that I do to help me cope with depression and anxiety is I utilize as much aromatherapy as possible. So what I do is I light candles. I used to have a diffuser. I still have a diffuser. I just don't use it as much as I used to. But I really, really like candles. I've just noticed how smells and fragrances and aromas, how they can just have an impact on your mood. I noticed that with eucalyptus and lavender, how, those really just calm me. Like those are great for anxiety, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm anxious and I don't even know why. Like I can't even tell you what it is. I just noticed that I start breaking out in hives and all this other stuff. So having eucalyptus, candles burning, and lavender as well, like it just does something for me. My favorite candle is this candle called Peace and Tranquility by Chesapeake Bay. And it has cashmere and jasmine in the candle, and it is amazing. I buy it from Target. They have like 3 different sizes you can get it in. I actually have it burning right now over here on my table. But I keep this candle on me at all times. It is the best. I love to burn it when I wake up in the mornings. And a third way that I cope that's related to this whole thing of aromatherapy is eucalyptus. Keeping fresh eucalyptus in my house has just made such an impact. I get it from Trader Joe's, and I have like these clear vases at my house, and I just stick them in there. And they also look really great for decor too. I'm talking about eucalyptus branches, by the way, I'm sorry. But yeah, they're great for home decor, and they just have like that look. Like eucalyptus is a functional thing to keep around, but it's also aesthetically appealing too. So get you some. The fourth thing that I do is keep my house clean. Now, I understand that not everyone practices cleanliness. I understand that it's not in everyone's DNA to be clean, and that's okay. But I've just noticed for me that when my house is clean, I just feel so much better. I like having a clean space. It eases me, it calms me down, it's relaxing. And something else too that I'm very conscious about is clutter. Clutter, I've actually heard that psychologically it's been proven that clutter actually can make you feel scatterbrained. It can make you feel anxious. It definitely has an impact on the brain. So something that I've put into practice, and I think I've been successful at this, is just letting my friends and family members know in love, especially when it's like the holidays and birthdays. I just like to tell people, like, hey, don't, I don't say don't. I just say, hey, I really like things in my house that are functional, or I like gifts that are functional. So if it doesn't really serve a purpose, if it doesn't function at all, like I probably don't want it. And when in doubt, get me a gift card, right? And I only mention that because people in love and from a good place, like they want to gift you with something very nice. And if you're like me and you're sentimental, you'll feel guilty about like letting that stuff go, like selling it or throwing it away or taking it to Goodwill. So I just like to communicate that with people. So be protective of your space, keep it clean, and let go of things that you don't need. Maybe you need to sell some clothes or some items around your house. Like if you're not using it, toss it. That's just me. And then the last thing that I do to cope with depression and anxiety around my house is I play music. I love to play meditation music and instrumentals. So on Pandora, there's 2 stations I really like. The first one is Meditation Spa, and then the second one is called French Cooking Music. And it's kind of like, jazzy music, but it's also just really chill. Like it's like a whole vibe. So I really like to do that, like play music like that when I'm just like cleaning, cooking, being productive. But that meditation spa music, like to just play around your house, it's just like, it really does. Like it's called meditation spa for a reason. You'll literally feel like you're at the spa. But I love it. It's like my favorite. So that's all I have for y'all today. I hope that this was helpful. If there are some things that I mentioned that you already do, feel free to comment them below. And maybe there's something I did not mention that you have found to be helpful. Share that as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe. And once again, if y'all want me to do a part 2 of this, just let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.